Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now.
Again.
Alright.
We're gonna try activating the maybe Robert, you're gonna give the magic touch. Maybe with you here, AT&T will let me activate the iPhone. So I've got to enter in the mobile number again. Of course, hopefully no one can see what I'm typing in, so I don't get phone. I'm not gonna be crazy enough to give away my my cell number to everybody, and of course, definitely not other contact information.
It's okay. They can all call me and ask me for your number.
Yes, and you would likely give it to them.
I'll filter them for you. I'll say, I'll find out if they're really somebody you want to talk to.
All right.
It says Gates. I'll pass them through.
It says it says may verifying the account information take up to a minute. Hey, babe, it's working. Babe. Okay. So iPhone data plan, $20 a month, includes. Oh, there's SMS. I'm going unlimited. Just because you never know, and you might as well. Well, actually, I'm probably never going to receive 1,500 or send. It's only $10. SMS text messages. Okay, that's easy enough. Continue. The visual voicemail is not as interesting to me because I use the free service that sends the voicemail to my email inbox. Oh, Robert, you're giving out your cell number? Okay, so now I've got to enter in my Apple ID.
They don't believe me that it's up on my blog.
It is.
It's been up on my blog for 3 years. You can go to Google and just search for it.
So I'm also, if we get a second sponsor, Robert, I'm going to get a 17-inch high-resolution MacBook Pro tomorrow, hopefully. Because this one is the high battery version, or higher battery because it's got the backlit, but I want more resolution on my screen, much more.
Absolutely.
And so Ponzi wanted this one, so we got this one the first time, but when I go back with a different sponsor, I'm going to get the 17 one. I have read the AT&T. Yeah, I know they're reaming me just to use this freaking device. There's my address. That is correct. I have AT&T data plan. All right. New AT&T.
Psychotic. I can't even say that. Psychotic is a psychotic singing chick. I was like, I'm too tired. Is giving you heck about not having a video on the iPhone. Yeah, whatever.
Dude, did you see my little review when I opened it up? My unboxing?
No, I didn't.
I put it on YouTube. I unboxed it and I was making fun of it all the while. I was like, "Can you play videos?" No, I can't.
Yeah. I'm talking to you on my Nokia 95, and that does video. So.
Yeah, I know. In fact, if you look at my YouTube account, I recorded Ponzi actually giving me the iPhone.
Yeah, I saw that part.
You saw that one?
In the car when she handed you the bag.
All right. Hang on. Waiting for AT&T activation here. Even though the time is way off. Oh, slide to unlock. This may take some time, it says. Oh, congratulations! AT&T is activating your iPhone. Your iPhone will notify you when activation is complete. To set up and sync this iPhone, click Continue. Of course, I really don't have anything on the Mac right now. I'm connecting it using the Mac because I don't know if I want to run iTunes on Windows at this point in time. It's kind of frightens me. So now it's waiting for activation. I can unlock it, so then I can go in and do everything. There's a website that I just Twittered the other day. I'm going to have to look it up again. But in theory, I can go and use like a web page to bookmark everybody's favorite or my favorite web applications, and then use Safari to browse through the websites. And that's like having applications installed, only it's through the web browser. It's really kind of cool.
Yeah, actually, I use MockDoc. I don't know if you found a better
a MockDoc.
MockDoc.com.
There's no the one I found looks really good. I'll have to look at both of them. MockDoc. No, the one I just Twittered it too. So wait, I don't have any service, so I can't really do anything. Could not activate Edge. This is not helping me. But I can, or I should be able to connect to the internet over the Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Oh wait, it says I can't even connect to Wi-Fi?
You should be able to.
I thought I could too.
Oh, it's not activated yet?
No, well, it's not activated, but the issue is that it's not. I thought I connected by Wi-Fi, but then it was giving me spitting back errors saying you can't connect to Edge network, and so I said, well, then connect to this Wi-Fi access point. I have an open access point at home just for situations like this that I don't have to type in like encryption and all that crap, and I don't put anything important on it other than my digital picture frame that get photos. So it says cannot connect to YouTube, and at which point I wonder if it's the access point or if it's well, I can find out in a second. iPhone is activated. Well, okay, I'm good. All right, so now what I'm going to do is, I don't like the keyboard on here either. So I'm going to search for birthday iPhone, and that should hopefully pull up the video of Ponzi giving me the iPhone.
On YouTube?
Yeah, on YouTube.
Are you using the YouTube thing?
Yeah.
YouTube, it might not be up there, but we'll see. Hey, Patrick, have you ever watched Chris Pirillo's videos on your iPhone? No.
I know that my videos are on the YouTube, cannot connect to YouTube. Well, gosh, I'm just striking out all over the place, aren't I?
Yeah.
Let's try I'm going to try, see if I can launch into it, see if it's going to load anyway, because it was, the last time I tried to connect, it was not connecting. I don't know, maybe AT&T's having issues.
You want to hang up and call me on your brand new iPhone?
Not yet. I want to try to connect to the YouTube. I want to play the video of me getting the iPhone that I put on YouTube with the iPhone, but it's not working. Cannot connect to YouTube.
Somebody in the chat room says to turn it off and then power it back up.
Okay. So to turn it off, I basically hold on to the button.
Or there's a button at the very top right. How do you power up an iPhone? Hold down the top thing. Yeah, my son says hold down the top thing. He's the iPhone expert.
Yeah, slide to power off. It's just the top button,
yeah.
And then basically press it again, I'd assume?
Yeah.
Well, I'm surprised I would have to reboot just to get the connection going again. That's surprising.
I don't know.
Let's see how fast it boots up, because my Windows mobile device takes forever. Of course, that's kind of sad. It just popped right up. That's got to search for service. Okay, so it's found AT&T. Trying to load the feature just to try to get to see if it's going to load anything.
Actually,
before I search for it again.
The YouTube works a lot better when you go through the Wi-Fi, but whatever.
Well, I'd imagine, because it's faster. It's faster than the Edge connection. The thing was, is okay. So if I've got can't connect to YouTube, I'm still having issues. So let's try. Where else could I get online? Through Safari, I suppose. Google. See if I can even get to Google. So I don't know if it's my connection, or if it's the AT&T connection, or what. Gosh. And I even tried the Wi-Fi. So wait, ask Patrick, how do I switch between the Edge network and Wi-Fi?
Doesn't look like it's working.
Settings?
I don't know what you're doing.
Wi-Fi?
Patrick, what's we don't want to say Patrick's number on the air.
I've got it. It says rockergnome.com and it's on. There we go. I'm on. It looks like I'm on. So it says I'm connected to Lockergnome. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe I have to disconnect. Let's try disconnecting it.
That shouldn't be a problem.
Well, it depends.
If anything, if you're going through the Wi-Fi, it should really be rocking fast.
Yeah, but no. The problem is that the Wi-Fi on that is also Clearwire, and Clearwire is not worth paying for. So it may have been the Clearwire connection on the Wi-Fi. So now that I've turned off the Wi-Fi, I'm going back through the Edge connection.
Cyberbotness is asking, is that Patrick of Screensavers? No, that's Patrick Norton. Patrick is my son.
Patrick Norton isn't your son.
Yeah, he's up. What are you doing anyways? You playing WoW? Yeah. What level are you on now?
Even the Edge network is not really
57.
Doing very well, and I'm just trying to pull in the basic featured stuff.
Yeah. I don't know. Let me erase. Do you have your iPhone? Yeah. Can I have it? Hold on. We can race you here.
You probably beat me.
I need it. Come on. Come on.
Am I impressed yet? Oh yeah, I'm just so amazed. This just blows me away. Wow, the speed at the Edge network. I've never pulled up a 404 faster in my entire life.
I don't know how to say that. I don't know how to say the WoW name, garlic bread.
I'll try turning on the Wi-Fi again.
Corwin? Torlenen. Whatever. Can you give me the iPhone, please?
Here, I'm gonna.
Because I'm gonna race Chris on seeing how fast the browser is. Give me it.
I'm gonna type in.
What are we racing on?
I'm just trying to get into YouTube, so I couldn't get Edge. Edge was not working very well. The one access point, the lockergnome.com, wasn't working very well. So I'm going with. I'm gonna.
Yeah, here, type it in.
I'm gonna try going and connecting by Wi-Fi on the chris.pirillo.com access point, which is typically much faster because it's not using Clearwire. It's using my Comcast
What are you searching for, Chris Pirillo?
I'm just going to featured. There we go. My Wi-Fi works. The Edge doesn't. That's for sure. Okay, so let's go in, and I got to admit, this is actually a very good sign that I'm able to figure all this stuff out. I just got a text message from AT&T. Cool. So I'm going to search for Pirillo. Oops. I hate this keyboard. Pirillo.
By the way, if you want the keyboard's faster if you turn it sideways. Oh, I forgot. YouTube doesn't do sideways keyboard. God damn, Steve Jobs.
Okay, so I got... unfortunately, my iPod sex video is the only one that came up for Pirillo iPhone. So let's take out... Oh, dang it! I hate the fact that I can't click to select something. Ugh. They need...
You can select something. You have to hold your finger down on the actually, you're right.
So I'm doing it wrong?
You can move the cursor point by holding down
wow.
the word.
I'm pushing my finger down. It's actually kind of zooming in on the cursor. That's insane.
Yeah, Xeon, there's no copy and paste on the iPhone yet.
iPhone birthday. I thought that would be... How come I can't find it?
Not every YouTube video is up there, but somebody said that it was on the iPhone. I don't know how they found it.
Really? Where? How?
Yeah. On the chat room, they were saying they found the video on yeah, not every video is on the iPhone. Only
that's
the
dumb.
most popular ones.
Oh, only the so all the ones that get all the.
On a regular computer.
That's kind of stupid. I mean, honestly, it's really kind of stupid. Why can't I can get to some of my videos by typing in my username, like my Web 2.0 consulting video, but you know, if I can't even get to all of the videos I want access to, that just, to me, that sounds like a pretty major shortcoming. I mean, in my mind.
Well, that's because there's no flash on the damn iPhone.
Yes. Doesn't matter if there's no flash.
Thank you, Steve Jobs.
I think it's a shortcoming in the software. I should be able to, if I can search Google, I can probably pull, in fact, that's probably the way I should do it, is actually just going to youtube.com. I can pull it in that, oh wait, I can't because it's flash. Yeah, you're right. You
can't use flash, so even if you can find a video, you can't play it unless it's MPEG 264, 264.
How they've encoded it or whatever. Well, that's just kind of dumbass. I mean, I looked up, Locker Gnome, and it's got all my popular videos in there, including the iPod sex video. It's got massive amounts of traffic, but in fact, the iPod sex video, it already almost has 200,000 less than my popular airplane video. But I've also got like videos that have the average of just a couple of thousand, and they've got it's listed how to kill a program in Windows with all the tags and everything. I don't know why. I mean, okay, so wait, to select, how do I hold, can I hold and select text and then delete? Or do I?
The best way is to delete it with a little X key in that address bar. There should be a little X.
Yeah.
Over to the right side. And
so if I just try my last name, Pirillo. Oops, if I can spell it.
It's lame, but it's.
Well, it doesn't make sense why they're doing it this way. Yeah, it's the same videos. Damn. That's kind of dumb. Sorry. That's just dumb.
Well, YouTube is Flash only for a long time, and now they're converting some of the videos over to.
Well, what they need to do,
Explorer.
they need to get Flash on the iPhone. Period. End of story. That's the first thing. That'll kill everything.
For a couple months.
That's to me that is everything, is getting it on there. So, all right. So you want me to call you here? All right.
You cannot download Flash. Somebody said Singing Chick says, "Can you download Flash?" No, you can't load Flash on the iPhone. There is no Flash. There's no developer kit. You can't install anything. It's not like your Nokia or like my Nokia.
Okay, so where am I calling here, Robert?
Or with a smartphone. Yeah.
425.
Hold on a second. I don't know how to. Can I private message you in this chat room?
Oh, you just posted your cell phone. Yeah, you can private message me.
No, I'm talking to you on my cell phone, man.
Yeah, you should be able to. Like, click my name or whatever.
Yeah, so 205. Just call me again, and
yeah.
I'll
here, what's your number?
Let me just hang up on you, and
what's your number?
Let me just hang up on you. You can call me from your iPhone.
I will, but what's your number?
205.
1921. Wait. Start over again.
425.
425.
I put it in the chat room. It's right there.
Okay, thanks.
Okay.
1921. So he's gone now. Turn that off. Press call. Put it on speaker. Ooh, the speakers are buzzing. Here, let me turn off the speakers. Hey!
Pretty good.
Yeah. Here, I'm gonna have to turn it around to point it towards the microphone. So say something.
Oh, hello. This is the first call on Chris Pirillo's iPhone.
This is like what was the first thing said on the first telephone conversation ever?
Are you there, Watson? Can you hear me, Watson?
That's nice. So now I should be able to go back and do various and sundry things. I gotta admit, if they do some software updates to this thing, if they put Flash on it, it's a killer device. If they allow you to start recording video, it's a way killer device. I mean, they will have eliminated a lot of the challenges in these devices with that kind of stuff.
Tell everybody the speaker sucks on the iPhone. So everybody's saying I'm too quiet, so I don't know how to turn it up. Is there any way to turn up the speakers?
Yeah, if I put you closer to the microphone. But unfortunately, if I do that, then people can't see what's going on with the iPhone.
Yeah, there's a volume control on the side of the speaker.
Yeah.
I'm hearing feedback.
I've turned it up as high as I can go. Well, anyway, so you called. That's cool.
Hey.
So now here's the big question. Can I actually load the web? Oh, I'm on Wi-Fi, so I should be able to load the web at the same time.
Yeah.
So
Google.
Yeah, that's Google. So how do I zoom in? Like, that is just way too easy. That is just way too deceptively easy. I refuse to believe it was that simple. CHRI. Oh, it does the autocomplete. That's cool. Chris. I'll search Google for Chris. Let's see, the number one Chris on Google.
Yeah. Turn it sideways.
That is just great. I'm almost afraid of clicking images.
Now, when you're sideways, the keyboard's a lot easier to type on.
Oh, I bet you my Valleywag photo is in here somewhere. Oh my god. Oh, I just searched for the word Chris, and there are some just weird ass photos in here.
Yeah.
Okay, this is just.
Don't search on Scoville. You'll find my naked pictures or something.
Well, you put your naked pictures online before the first Gnome Decks. You were doing that.
Yeah.
God. Okay.
It's pretty bad, cyberbotanist. You don't want to go searching. Don't do the research.
There's a lot of bugs, and I'm really hoping that they're going to improve on them. With firmware revisions, they have a chance. They have a really good opportunity not to blow this. By enhancing and really unlocking these phones' features, Flash and video.
There's a whole row of black icons there, right? A fourth row of icons that are not filled in yet.
Right. Well, I'd imagine hopefully the icons on the front screen would eventually scroll. That would be the hope, because the more options. I'm always looking for give me the options, man. Give me the software.
They designed this for the normal person, and options add complexity, and they're trying to make sure that this is usable by everybody.
Well, see, but to me, the fact that it's a touch screen and I go into notes and I can't actually scribble a note, I have to type it in, seems very unintuitive. Largely unintuitive.
Yeah.
And I don't really I don't understand why they would necessarily have done that.
Well.
And maybe it's just me,
The
but
software's not finished. They have to have new things to roll out every 2.
well, if they updated this phone, if they said we're going to update with new software every 3 months, that would be wholly impressive. This is the first generation anything I've bought from Apple. Like the first gen iPhone.
Yeah.
Just because I walked into Pete's the other day and I saw 3 or 4 of them, of these things. And that just, to me, that's what said to me, I'm like, if this isn't critical mass, it's certainly heading that way.
Yeah, somebody's trying to call me, by the way.
Well, oh yeah, I'm sure. Don't pick it up. Trust me, it's not worth it. They're probably a jackass.
I usually would pick it up, but since I'm talking to you, I'm not going to pick it up.
That's funny. Yeah, and I don't even. I'm going to have to really start using an iPod now. I really don't use an iPod all that much, but just because of the storage. But
it's mostly cool. After about 2 weeks, you'll start slurring at it again. You'll have lots of things to say in about 2 or 3 weeks.
Well,
for instance, the email. If you get 4,000 contacts in it, which I know you have a lot of contacts.
Not that many.
It's really hard to find. It's really hard to find phone numbers when you have that many contacts. You have to use your finger to pull through a bunch of things. We were talking to CNBC today. Patrick was on CNBC.
Oh yeah.
He's actually going to be on in the morning. What else did we say? No games. No games pisses me off.
That's less bothersome for me.
Yeah.
I'm not as.
The web browser also is too wide. Is often too wide, and the font is too small. I wish I could change the default views on the web browser. You can't set a home page. That's one thing I wish I could set.
I don't know. Having Google as the homepage isn't that bad. I would probably. I'd probably set.
It'll remember whatever you were on last, which is alright, I guess.
That's weird. I mean,
you can't move around the icons on the home, which is sort of okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of shortcomings. The question is how quickly is Apple going to respond to all these questions, and how much are they really going to give us that's really going to base, to be the core functionality. Now, you say we want simplicity, but without opening this up to third-party developers, they really are limiting what the iPhone can do for users. They really are. And they've got a golden opportunity, and if Apple doesn't... I mean, they've given developer tools for every other platform. It stands to reason that this will have some kind of SDK available at some point in the future. It just seems to me...
Well, I'm pretty sure they're going to do one. It's just that you can tell this was rushed, because there's a lot of features that are just not finished, and the web browser crashes quite often. I've seen that happen. It crashes less often than my Nokia, but it still does crash. You can tell that after you play with it for about 2 weeks, you'll come in. You can tell it just it has a lot of unfinished edges to it.
Yeah.
And the SDK is just an indication of that. I've heard from inside Apple that they wanted to put SVG into the browser and they couldn't get it done, and so they cut it out. So, there could be a version that has Flash and an SDK and SVG, and
but those are
some games. There should be. This thing cries out for games,
but,
and there's no games on it.
I think, it speaks to rushing to market. The question is when, and we're probably going to see it around Leopard time frame, when we are going to see a software update and how much Apple's really going to give us. This is like, I admit it. The video, lack of video, and the crippled not having access to Flash, Those are two really fundamental things that you need to have for a true internet experience. I mean, just
I'd like to have Ustream streaming onto the phone. That would be really cool.
I mean, even well, have you tried it?
No, it doesn't work. You can't use. In fact, I have an interview with Chris Ye, the CEO of Ustream, and I asked him, and he said it doesn't work because iPhone doesn't have Flash, and Ustream is all Flash.
That is just, it's so... You know what I honestly expect? When they announce Leopard, they'll likely issue a firmware update, and I bet you anything they'll roll out Flash. And that is just going to, it's going to change, that's going to change the game. Because then suddenly, instead of having to develop HTML for the iPhone, you can develop rich Flash applications and deliver them over the web, specifically for the iPhone, and that's the SDK. It becomes the SDK.
Yeah.
I mean, one angle of it, I guess. Certainly not, at the integral level on the operating system.
Yeah, a lot of people are asking about WMV. It does not do WMV either. So.
WMV.
Windows Media File Format.
Oh, WMV. No, Jesus, no. There's no way that's going to happen. Not anytime soon. But
asked, what's an SDK? That's a software developer kit. That's so developers can build applications on top of it. To give you an idea of why we need an SDK, when you turn the iPhone from vertical or portrait mode to landscape mode to horizontal mode, there's an accelerometer in the iPhone, and the iPhone apps know which way you turn the phone, but those APIs, that data has not been passed to the application developers, so we don't know which way the phone was turned to if we want to build applications. We have figured out a hack to tell whether the phone was turned, but we don't know which way it was turned. So,
hang on, Robert.
From building really good applications,
I'm gonna check. I think it's. I'm thinking if it's App Minder, Minder. Wait, appmarks.com. AppMarks. Let me try.
Is that a competitor to MockDoc?
Yeah, I'll have to look at MockDoc. We're talking about a website. Yeah, it looks like I can't even go. Boy, a lot of this is kind of unintuitive. But it does remember your zoom factor. That's kind of neat. How do I get to an address? There we go, at the top.
I see the saying get leaflets. Is that a good start page for the iPhone?
What? Get leaflet? How do you say? But you were just saying there is no start page.
Well, I'm an application launcher. MockDoc is an application launcher. You can launch a whole bunch of different applications right from MockDoc.
Appmarks.com.
Yeah, people are telling you to turn the phone sideways so that it's easier to type.
I don't know. Oh, is it? Okay, we'll see.
Yeah,
so,
the keyboard command is
AppMarks loads in, but it's not optimized for anything other than this. So here, let's zoom in again to show people. And let me make sure I'm getting the right view. This is, and I'm going to look at what Robert just told me to look at here. This is appmarks.com, and you'll see the spelling in a second. AppMarks. And it's essentially, it looks like it's a browser page that's specifically optimized for, whoa, way close. So this is a web page, and they've got some default apps, including Yahoo, Movies.app, Bija, I don't know half this stuff, Gas app, which is kind of cool. And then it uses Safari, and it opens up in the background image, and then it loads the application that's designed for the iPhone inside here. So then you can say,
it's just really a web page.
Yeah, it's a web page. Zip code. I press lookup. City, state.
It's
So
a web page that's been customized for the iPhone.
yeah, it looks like. Isn't that great?
Yeah.
State, Alabama. Show diesel. It's not perfect. So if I go to city, I was typing some. Oh, there we go. I thought I was typing something in before, but it didn't take. CATTLE. Go. They're done. Oh, Seattle, Alabama. No. Okay, so when it pops that open, does it? How do I know what it's doing at the time? How do I know How do I know it's not loading? Or is loading? I'm trying to go...
Usually if it's loading something, a gray bar will move across your address.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. I can add the bookmark, but it's not, the gray bar is not going, so apparently the JavaScript on this app is broken. And I don't know. So how do I go between this tab and the one behind? Just press that button, I guess. Okay, so I can go back. So you can sign in, you can tell a friend, the iMovies app, or the Movies app, you can look up movies in your zip code. So this is kind of a hack around the fact that Apple doesn't have any kind of official API, and it's again, they use a similar kind of iPhone interface, which is just funny. But then you look up the theater, the date. That's an interesting way of displaying the dates here.
The gas app is actually pretty cool. It shows you all the gas stations around you and what price they're charging.
Yeah.
That's really useful.
So if I go, but the problem is that I was having I couldn't get it to do what I wanted it to do. I couldn't go back because there's a JavaScript weirdness. So now I can. Now I can go in and I can look up by zip code, which let's try 98144. Look up. There we go. Now see that it's asking me again. Why is it oops, crap. CAITTLE. Gosh, it just takes forever. I like the way they do the list down here, though. That's just way easier way of browsing, especially when your name is at the end of the list or any kind of list. Done. Joe Diesel, doesn't matter. Go. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything that's really spinning. Okay, I'm just going to go with the generic zip code. Yeah, there's the gas. And then it'll tell you, on the side, it'll tell you how much the gas is and the address, and then you can map it too. That's a really slick application. I don't think it's just really, that's really something that a lot of people don't necessarily think about. Okay, so which one you're talking about? MockDoc?
Yeah. It's the same idea as the one you're using.
Which is better, though? I gotta find the best one.
I don't
Oh, wait,
know.
you said to turn it sideways. Oh, it's apparently you can't. Apparently you can't turn it sideways right in the middle of entering something. That doesn't work.
And sometimes you'll crash the phone if you do that.
Really?
Yeah. That's always fun.
Oh, wait, there's a .com button. Okay, go. MockDoc, free sign up. No, I don't want to sign up. I want to just start.
Yeah, well, you still have to sign in because it remembers what apps you've loaded based on your user ID. So.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well, since I guess I'll wait. So I'll have to look at all these and then see which one works the best in terms of a start page. AppMarks at least jumps you right in. That's the thing I like about it. Is that there's some basic things that are sitting right here on the front that work really. There's a tip calculator too. I don't know if you saw that. It's a great way of calculating a tip. And it's just loading a web page that you can go to this URL in your browser. It's just probably going to look like crap. Of course, this page does kind of look like crap. It's a basic thing, but it does work. It's kind of neat. I don't know. It's kind of neat. So, well, that's the way I started my 34th birthday is activating and playing around with an iPhone and not being very impressed with the Edge network, as I never have been. As soon as I leaped off of Edge, I swore to God I would never go back to it, only to have gone back to it with this darn phone. Yay.
Until we figure out how to unlock it.
Yeah, well, we'll see if that happens ever.
And the problem is then you're already locked in for a 2-year contract, so if you even if we figure out how to unlock these things, you have to pay $180 to close down your account.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, there's an add button too. You can add a URL, like for me. There's the dig. They've got a dig link on there.
Yeah, there's a bunch of iPhone apps. Actually, somebody who did I link to yesterday on my link blog? There's a page with a whole bunch of reviews of iPhone apps.
Yeah, there's so many of them. It's just going to be impossible to try to get through.
Yeah, they keep popping up every day. Did you get an iPhone condom yet?
Actually, you can't even tell. I've got a sheet protector on the front, and
cool.
and I also have a. I'm going to be getting, I guess, it's another protective cover for the back of it, so that when I drop it, it's not going to. The real threat. This is on the front of Dig. The real threat to Americans: heart disease. 3 million people a year compared to terrorism, 3,000. Really puts things in perspective, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Diabetes, cancer, smoking-related medical mistakes, secondhand smoke, suicide, obesity, terrorism is at the bottom of the list. So true. So very, very true. Ugh.
There's by the way, Mark Lakowski at Google created iPhone versions of Block Search and Google Search.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they're a lot nicer.
So where's the speaker on this thing? Because I keep covering you up for some reason.
I don't know. Where's the speaker on it? Is it up on the front?
It's like invisible.
Yeah. Oh, the speaker's on the bottom. At least that's what Patrick says.
Oh, so if I... Oh, it is. Okay, cool. So if I unplug it and then...
Speaker's on the bottom. Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, it's on the bottom. I see it. That's quite interesting. I'll have to change the ringtone. What ringtone is he using? I like the sci-fi one.
What ringtone are you using? Xylophone. He likes the xylophone one.
Yeah, that one's pretty good. I like the sci-fi one.
He couldn't be bothered. He's playing WoW. He's totally engrossed.
I'm sure. Well, obviously I'm engrossed, and I'm probably gonna have to head to bed after going through all this crap. Actually, now I should be able to finally activate my Facebook SMS. I couldn't do it before for some reason. It just wasn't working right for some odd reason. But the protective cover I'm getting is an in case. IN.
Yeah, that's the one I have.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be a good one. Looks like it's what I'm looking for. So.
Yeah, the rubber one that just goes on the sides and the back.
Yeah, but make sure you're protecting the front too. And I picked up one of those little jacket dealies at the Apple Store.
Yeah.
And it's like seamless. You can't even tell it's there, and it protects the iPhone screen, which is great.